High drama, high intensity. It sounds almost like it's summer baseball playoff time. How's it going, folks? I'm Nate Buccilla, joined by Logan Leduc here at Bob Wren Stadium, where the Copperheads took Game 1 over the Hamilton Joes by a score of 5-3. Now, folks, this, like I said, this one had some drama, and the first action of the game, we're going to start off with the top of the fourth, where starting pitcher Michael Darrell Hicks leaves the game with an injury. He left grabbing his right elbow, and now he's one of many Copperheads who earned regular season honors this summer, and you and Jesse Wolf touched base on that on your podcast the other day, so more on those players. We'll have a link in the description of this video. But like I said, Darrell Hicks leaving the game early.
Yeah, when you lose your ace like the Copperheads did, it's hard to respond. I mean, really hard to respond. We saw that growing pains. Austin Weaver has to come on in a spot that he's not used to. He's used to coming in around the 6th, 7th, maybe even 8th innings, and he had to come in that top of the 4th in a scoreless ball game. Struggled early, and obviously, as we'll get into this video, the Copperheads were able to respond. But for MDH to go down, we hope all the best for his health. He did come back to the stadium later in the game with his arm in a sling. We hope for the best for Darrell Hicks, but Copperheads, tough position to be in. That's playoff baseball.
And we'll start first scoring of the game, top of the 5th. The Joes are able to put 5 runners on base in the inning, resulting in 3 runs for them.
Yeah, and that was a position where you felt like the whole mood, the whole complexion of the ballgame had just changed when MDH got the injury. And Weaver came out there. He came in that first top of the 4th inning, was able to put away that inning, but then the runs started piling on. Base hit after base hit, RBI base hits, started stacking up on Southern Ohio. And for Weaver, it was just about finding a rhythm, finding a mojo, and once he did, started able to retire them. But yeah, big-time base hits from Hamilton to really put a scare on the #1 seed in the GLSCL.
And now it wasn't until the bottom of the 6th until the Copperheads are able to score some runs. And beginning of the inning, Ty Sunken with the leadoff double. A few batters later, Ray Zuber takes a full count pitch and just smokes it over the right field wall for a 2-run home run. And a home run that knocks Joe's starting pitcher Grant Williams out of the game. And up until that point, he'd only allowed 2 hits all game.
Well, Jesse and I were talking. This guy, Grant Williams, was a barrier, a mental barrier the Copperheads had to break through. They needed to finally get to him, and they did. And an underrated part of that whole inning, the leadoff double from Ty Sunken, the ground out by Thomas Cesaro advances Sunken over to 3rd, and Jesse and I are talking, okay, good sacrifice play that allows, a sac fly situation, and Zuber comes to the plate, a no-doubter home run over the right field wall onto the neighboring OSF, Ohio softball field, right next to Bob Wren Stadium. Zuber absolutely crushed it, and that definitely lit the fire, lit the offense for Southern Ohio.
And the Copperheads actually in that inning would load the bases up with only 1 out, but the 3rd pitcher of the inning for the Joes, Danny Maddock, he'd escaped unscathed, and so the score's at 3-2, and we're moving on to the bottom of the 7th. Joey Weisenseal leads it off with a walk. After multiple pass balls, he's on 3rd base, and left-handed pitcher Connor Bell is brought in to face left-handed hitter Ray Zuber. Zuber would draw a walk. And then, Big Bad Blaine, with the crowd chanting MVP. He takes the first pitch, and we said Zuber smoked one. Krim smokes one over the left field wall for a 3-run home run.
And what an inning that was, and what a moment, the goosebumps. I was saying, as Blaine Krim came to the plate, I said, there's about to be an MVP moment, and it sure was. And when you look at that inning, Joe Weisenseal gets on base, gets all the way over to 3rd, and then the Copperheads go down on a K and a ground out to short. So suddenly you're thinking, wow, we're not going to get anything out of this inning. Zuber comes to the plate. The Joes went to their 4th pitcher in just 2 innings. That was Connor Bell, the lefty. They tried to get the lefty-on-lefty matchup against RZ3. Didn't work. He walked, and that set it up a lefty versus righty matchup with the best hitter in the GLSCL, and Blaine Krim did not disappoint.
So final score there, 5-3. Takeaways from the game. Darrell Hicks is injured. Not great news for the Copperheads, but great news. Zuber and Krim, they can still put the bat on the ball right there. Now, folks, the Copperheads are going to take on the Joes at their stadium tomorrow at 7:05 p.m. And then Game 3 will be back here at Bob Wren Saturday night at 7:05 p.m. Thank you all for joining us tonight. For Logan Leduc, I'm Nate Buccilla. Go Copperheads!